Hi everyone, welcome to today's live chat. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. I hope things are going great for you. And if this is your first time watching us on YouTube, watching us on Facebook, please do what? Follow us. Subscribe to us. And today is going to be quite special because we have a guest that will be coming on. And for those just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Shola. And this is Discovery Natural Channel. So feel free to put your questions out there. We're going to wait for our guests to come in. And remember, today is the day that I pick the winners and the winners for the Natural Club giveaway that we did on Sunday. Last Sunday, we did a giveaway last Sunday. And today is the day that we're going to pick our winner. So, yeah. So how have you guys been doing? It's been a hectic week, a week that I'm just like, I don't even know where to even start. I really don't know where to start. So today has been one of those busy week that, it's just been, we didn't have power. We didn't have water. It was just crazy, busy. So to start off, you can put your questions there. We're going to have a stylist and I'm going to introduce her once she signs in. So hopefully we'll get started very soon. I'm going to make sure that she signs in. But before then, let me see what questions you guys have, and I'm going to say hi to a couple of people. Oh, I see that Lives with MMB. Thank you so much. We're going to get your question answered. Petroria, welcome also. How are you doing? And also being Ami. Hi, Shippy Bradshaw. Hi, Jericia and Iman. How are you doing? How are things going for you? I hope you're doing okay. So yeah. So a couple of things that I would like to let you know. A couple of things is that we're doing a giveaway. And the giveaway that we did last week, I'm going to announce the winner. Yes, and Joy was like, Joy, let me tell you something. The power aspect, the power aspect for me was tough because we weren't ready. Let's say we're ready. Let's assume we're ready for the power to go out. We're ready for all those things. Then, I will be okay with it. I will totally be okay with it. Okay, so give me 1 second. Our guest is, just a second. Let me connect her in. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, let me just make sure everything is set up. I'm making sure I send the right link, because sometimes you'll be making mistakes. Yep, I send the right link. So we're good. We're good. Okay, let me see if she is on the line. Okay, she says she's logged in. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. So it's just been, everything was just turned upside down. And for those people that don't know, I live in Houston, Texas, and we had snow. We're not used to having snow. We don't know what to do when there's snow. Even a little piece of snow, we don't know what to do. And it's just like one of those things like, okay, we have snow. What do we do? Our water pipe busted. It was just one of those things, it was something that we didn't expect. So for those people wondering, if you guys want to see all this stuff, I'm going to share our channel. Some of you don't know we have a family channel. I'm going to share our family channel with you. So let me share the screen there. Let's go to Chrome. I'm going to share. So this is our family channel right here. And we add awful snow. So I put everything out here. You guys can see every single day. I'm like posting everything that happened because my family back home, they were like all wondering. So this was the day. This was the day when the snow was there. It was pretty. Everything was so pretty. Everything was so gorgeous. This commercial guy. Everything was so pretty. Everything was so gorgeous. And there was snow everywhere. Everybody was like all enjoying the snow. But then we didn't expect it. We didn't expect what happened to happen. And I was just like, seriously? So if you're not following our family channel, go check it out. And yeah, so you guys, our guest is here and I'm so excited. And so let's stop watching. You guys go to our family channel, DM Vlogs Live, and you can watch us there. So we're going to bring in the guest. Let me stop sharing the screen. And yeah, so we're going to bring in our guest now. I'm excited. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. Let me make sure my volume is high. Can you increase your volume?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm excited because we've been planning this for a while. And so let me tell them how we met. So we met through Clubhouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what room were you in? Were you in the room I was hosting on Clubhouse?
I'm not sure. I think I've actually reached out to you on IG. I think it was
IG. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, you want to come? Okay. Then I'm like, okay, let's come live. Let's do this in live. And we're gonna do it last week, but Valentine's Day came, and I am like so happy that we're able to do it today because last week was. Can I just erase all last week? Let's just erase last week.
You're in Texas. I have a brother that's out there. It's terrible out here.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. So we're gonna get started because I don't want to get to the point. A lot of people have been asking questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna pop up the questions. But before I do that, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, but my real name is Chelsea, but I go by the DMV Weave Doctor. I'm located in Bowie, Maryland, and I'm a trichologist and a cosmetologist. I've been doing hair probably ever since I was like 12 or 13. I've been doing braids. I actually, worked in a lot of different African salons starting off. Then I just started, really focus on doing hair weaving. And I pretty much started as braider. And then I started just going into weaving. Then eventually everyone just loved how I did hair replacement, so that I really became a hair replacement specialist. So that's pretty much my story. And then I also became a health practitioner. And also I make products as well. Yes.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys heard it. So we are ready. You guys can check her out. She's also on YouTube. Okay, tell them your YouTube channel and then how they can get hold of you also.
Okay, yes, it's Main Attractions in Bowie, Maryland, or you can probably just Google DMV Weave Doctor. DMV because I live in the DC metro area.
Okay, great. And you all, I put in the description area, and I'm also going to pin it after this live chat. I'm going to pin all the information for you guys to see. So thank you so much for coming on. And one thing that you all don't know is she specializes in also helping women that have alopecia, right?
Yes.
So in terms of alopecia, how was alopecia that you've been working in this beauty industry for a long time? Has it improved? Has it gotten worse? Is it getting worse? That's one thing I always want to ask.
Well, I think it's always been there. I think it's probably started getting worse probably around the early 2000s. I think there was a time a lot of women, they were receiving relaxers, and I mean, it was the end thing. But then, I think after the late 90s, people really started saying that their hair started to have a lot of different, alopecia spots, especially like in the crown. That's why they even developed their own alopecia for African American women, CCCA. Because some of us probably were getting just all those pinups, those styles. And then also, I think it's gotten worse also because of the environment as well. There's a lot more toxins in our food and just in the environment.
Yeah. Thank you. It's just one of those things that I get people asking me about it, and I'm like, look, you got to go and see a certified license, you know. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be saying get this, get that, because you need to see someone. So you guys, I just dropped the link to our channel. Please follow our channel, check it out, and we're gonna get to the questions now. And my people, they love asking questions and they're here for you. So the first question, okay, so the first question we have is from Life with MMB, and she said she has a 12-year-old that has dandruff. So what do you say to in terms of helping someone out who has dandruff?
Well, they have a lot of different things out on because dandruff is a very mild and a very common condition. So generally, I think a lot of different antiseptics that's on the scalp. They have different brands like by Mazzoni. I know Design Essential has different agents. Also, she might want to look at possibly her diet. I have found a lot of people that's probably eating a lot of sugar and wheat and in their diet, and dairy sometimes could be suffering from more dandruff or any type of scalp inflammation, and just in general, if you're having a lot of psoriasis or any type of skin conditions, they can be worsened by a lot of times what you're eating, and avoiding allergens.
Okay. So you guys got the question, you got your answers there. So sugar, those sweet stuff. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not saying,
I said
the
everybody
kids,
likes the sugar.
the sugar. Okay, thank you. Okay, Pretoria, hi. She says, what products do to use for dry hair, shampoo, conditioners, please? And what do you recommend for moisturizing every day? Oh, girl, you just want the whole thing. Use a product.
So she want to get her free consultation, okay?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna drop a link.
Oh
So if
no,
you guys will ever want to get consultation, I'm gonna drop a LinkedIn link um to our guest here, and you guys can always check her out. Please patronize the service and check her out. So I'm dropping the link for you all, and I also have it pinned to the comment area once we're done with this live chat, so you can always come back. Okay. So when people come to you and they ask questions like this, what do you tell them?
Number one, there has been, I would like to wonder if she wears a lot of braids. Sometimes when women wear braids and weaves, they believe that they do not have to shampoo their hair. Yes, there are different alternatives to doing temporary things with the antiseptics. However, ultimately, you need to shampoo, your scalp in the in the normal way that it's supposed to be done. It's good to do these different tricks here every now and then, but you want to get in the regimen of washing and shampooing the hair at least twice a month. So and maybe at worst maybe 3 weeks. But I do find that people, if they exercise a lot, they sometimes deal with this issue, because sometimes you do not want to be shampooing your hair that often. So in that case, I would say maybe sea breeze and maybe using some type of cotton swab or something like that. But ultimately, you do need to rinse your hair very properly and use some type of shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
And I think she was asking what type of shampoo and conditioners to use. That's probably using Cara Care. But I know that they have a lot of these new products that's out on the market. However, I try to use stuff that's been salon approved. Cara Care. They have a lot of different anything that I know Cosmo Prof has a lot of different lines. Kenra. So anything that's been like approved by a salon, that's going to put the moisture in your hair, be a pH balanced shampoo. It's good to get pH balanced shampoos.
Yeah. Gotta check that. Even if you're making your own products, you guys have to get that pH balance thing done. So I always, I have the strip. You can get it on our Amazon shop, so you guys can check it out. Yeah, you can do those pH strip. Even sometimes when I buy products from stores, I'll just be dipping my pH strip in there just to see, Okay, so we're gonna move on to being Ami. Oh, being Ami, my good friend in French. Says, yes, I have some sore spots on my head that hurts when I scratch my braid. The stylist says it looks like scabs when it has browned. What is that and what to do? Oh, that's like scabs, girl.
I know, right, girl? Well, anytime, they actually train cosmetologists that they should not service individuals who have any scabs in their hair.
Oh.
So, if you having scabs, you probably may
Mm-hmm.
want to go to the dermatologist or go to and possibly a tricologist. So,
Yeah.
I don't, if you're having that, you don't know, it could be maybe you're having some type of I've seen some people, they develop some type of sores, and like it's almost like a pimples.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's not that serious, but sometimes it can actually be something that's a little bit more serious. The main thing, you don't want to make sure that it doesn't no type of infection, because any type of infection, and that's when you can start to have problems.
Oh, see me
So
scratching my head. I'm like,
you don't got no spot.
when people talk about stuff on their head, I'm like, I just put my hand to my head. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah. So you don't want to see any pores coming out?
No.
No,
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 and you want to
no.
make sure you treat it, because you do not want this to turn into getting any type of alopecia or
Mm-hmm.
scarring of the scalp.
Yeah,
You want to take care of this, expeditiously.
yeah. Great advice. Great advice. So Shippy was asking, she said, what is best for itchy scalp? We all get itchy scalp, and I know there are different kind of itchy scalp,
Uh-huh.
but when it comes to people saying, oh, their scalp is itchy, what usually is causing that?
I think it's some type of form of bacteria being built up, or
Mm,
sebum, excess sebum or bacteria being built up on the scalp, and that's your scalp telling you need to probably shampoo it, wash it.
yep,
Your
yep.
scalp is speaking to you.
Hmm. I tell people,
Give
I
me
said,
some
I
water
said,
and shampoo.
listen, I said that scalp talks, your hair talks. Your, sometimes when you don't take care of your hair and take care of your scalp and everything, and your hair has a grudge, so
Yes.
you're like, you try to moisturize it, and you're like, what's wrong with it? I've been using this product all this time. This product never worked again. Your scalp is like, girl, I need you to wash me. I need you to care for me.
Pretty much.
I know exactly. So yeah, okay. So Shippy, you heard that. So the next question that we have is, oh yes, I saw this from Brandy. Brandy says, "Can we talk about seborrheic? Oh gosh,
Seborrheic dermatitis.
seborrheic. Yeah, dermatitis. Yes.
Well, I would say that is a inflammatory scalp condition, and that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Using make sure you're ingesting the proper foods, eating an
Mm-hmm.
anti-inflammatory diet, and also making sure that you're not doing any allergy triggers in your
Yeah.
diet. Like if you're allergic to shellfish, but you continue to eat it, but
Mm-hmm.
generally I find it has a lot to do with the wheat, the dairy, and the gluten. So yes,
Okay.
but you also can treat it with apple cider vinegar. Like I have my own treatment that I actually sell at my store, and pretty much it has apple cider vinegar and a lot of other different herbs in it. The apple cider vinegar is good for seborrheic dermatitis. But make sure to watch out for your diet as well.
Awesome, awesome. We're going to let the doctor, we're going to let Dr. DMV Weave take a little break. And I'm going to show you guys, she has a Linktree link that I dropped. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen. And that is why I love using this method of streaming. So let's do this right now. We're going to drop it up on the screen. Thank you, Brandy, for asking that question. People, stay on, keep asking your question, but let us get our guests in. And you guys, okay, this is a link tree. You all can see that. I'm going to pop it up, make it bigger on the screen for you guys to see. So the link is available there. That's a gorgeous face over there. And you all check it out. We have, she has an ebook for hair loss. It's a $1.99 ebook. So if you are dealing with hair loss, anything of that sort, you want to click on that ebook and get it. You can also book a call now. Not now, right? Okay, because she's here with us. So
it's not gonna be scheduled for Sunday.
yeah, so you can exactly. So you can book a call. You can also get nutrition and trichology bundles deal. You know what? Let us click on this and let us see what that is all about, right? So when you click on the link over there, this is what's gonna pop up. right over there. So yeah. So for you all wondering products that she has available to you, you can see over here she has all this information. She has testimonials, and you know what you eat correlates with what happens with your hair. So I love that she also has nutritional stuff, and you guys can get a complete hair and scalp analysis program from her. You can get so many things. So all the information is listed right there. So I'm going to let you guys keep on looking. We'll come back and we'll drill back and see what else she has to offer. So we're moving on to the next question. And the next question is from Iman Blake. Hi, Iman. And our question is, talk about scalp psoriasis. Go.
Yeah. Now, this is funny. This is another inflammatory condition. That is why I have written an ebook called Eat Healthy and Be Happy, because so many of the issues that are going on with the body, they all go back to our diet. You have to make sure that you are lowering the inflammation in your body. So this is the same answer for the seborrheic dermatitis. You have to make sure you watch out, avoiding those wheats and grains, eating anti-inflammatory foods, and also using products, that do not trigger these conditions if especially you're allergic to any type of thing.
Okay, so yeah, so you guys got your answer, you got your question answered. So the next thing that we're going to ask is, someone was asking a question. Jay, somebody stole Jay's question. Jay, I am so sorry. Someone stole your question, but
That's a good
but
question.
just ask your question again. Sebel, thank you for coming, and Sebel is here. Thank you for shouting us out. Yeah, Texas was a mess. We wanted to move away from Texas, but man, Texas is too cheap to move away from. I love Texas,
Yeah,
so
don't
that's
move
why I keep on
it.
staying. Yeah. So you are in Maryland,
Yes.
and you guys know snow, right?
Yes, we're used to it.
Yeah, we are not. We are totally not. We are totally not. The snow came, and we're like, what in the world is this white stuff?
There
So
have been a lot of people from DC area though moving to Texas because
yeah.
of the it's so much more affordable.
Oh yeah, it's very affordable. We were living in Wisconsin before, and Wisconsin, there was a house in Wisconsin that we wanted to get. This was like years and years ago. And the house was like nearly $500,000. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no way. So we came to Houston and we're like, wow, okay. So, so there's give and take wherever you live in. Yeah. So we're going to move on to the next question here, and that is from Ann Young. Ann Young
Mhm.
has a 3-year-old, and a 3-year-old scalp is dry, and she has tried different things, but it still keeps on getting dry. So for children, what do you have offered that you offer in your line that can help her with this?
I would say for a child, now she might want to. I think sometime when they're having that issues and it's that young, she may want to look into maybe a gastro intestinal type of doctor, or maybe some type of dermatologist to see what's going on. Because I think at that young age, they're having that amount of dryness. That could be something that's going on internally. But pretty much for younger children, you're supposed to be using more natural based, and I would say any type of natural hairline that does not have a lot of big name ingredients on the back.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
use a lot of natural. I know you probably can even use Castor, that Castor soap, shampoos, or just maybe even black soap, just very natural based stuff. Even shea butter for conditioner, coconut oil, very basic things. But coconut oil is great. But you might want to send over some pictures to describe exactly what this dry scalp. But a lot of times when you're dealing with any type of dry skin, that can be an internal issue, sometimes a circulation issue, or it could be something she's eating that's causing
Okay.
this problem.
Okay, awesome. So when you do the consult, so when you do consultation, they send pictures, or you can do it through
Yeah.
Skype or through, I say Skype, Zoom and stuff. You do Zoom? Do you
Yeah.
do Zoom calls?
Yeah, well, sometimes if they really specify, but a lot of times I can just look at what they send the pictures. They just tell
Okay.
me what they're going through. Then I had most of my products, they're pretty much geared towards either inflammation or DHT, and they
Okay.
covers all of that. I even have a fungal bath that solution that's great for a different type of scalp disorder, especially if they're having not eczema, psoriasis, any type of dryness on the scalp. But she might
Okay.
need to grease the baby scalp too.
Yeah, it might be
Hey,
that. It might be
it
that.
could be
And
something as
then,
simple as that. But
yeah, and then
coconut
one
oil.
thing, one thing I noticed was, this week when we didn't have water, we didn't have
Mm.
electricity, me and my girls we weren't drinking enough water. And
Yes,
today, you
hydration.
know,
That
yeah,
plays a part.
yeah. And so today my daughter put her head on my lap and I was looking at her scalp and I'm like, you never get dry scalp. And I saw a little patch
Mm.
of dry scalp. I'm like, oh, that's strange. Go drink your water.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
water is key. Being hydrated.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, so I know why Nasra. I know why Nasra had a question.
Uh-huh.
On my Facebook page, I have a Facebook page, and on my Facebook page, we I showed a video where someone was getting their hair turned from gray to black.
Mhm.
So Nasra had a question, saying, "Okay, how to remove gray hair to black?" I personally don't think you can remove it.
Yeah, I think maybe she meant added.
Like yeah, yeah, I think so
Well,
too.
I would say they do have some of those. I think it's Beautiful Browns has a gray line, and that's a
Yeah,
demi-permanent. Some people like to use henna, but the only thing with henna, you have to be careful because you're not able to just go back and use some of the other traditional
yeah,
dyes. So you might want to
very
be
true.
careful with that. They
Very
also
true.
have different. There are a lot of different herbs that can actually darken the hair as well.
Hmm.
So you might want to look into that. But sometimes if it's just gray going to black, that's a big, that's those are a lot of levels. That's like on the extreme, the opposite
Hmm.
side of the color wheel. So
Yeah,
that's a long way. So I don't know. The herbs may not necessarily get it.
yeah,
You may
yeah.
have to really, unless maybe you're allergic to the black dyes, and those dyes they do have an effect over years of putting that type of, one of the main ingredients is ammonium. Yeah,
Hmm.
so some of these chemicals are very toxic to the system. So that's
Hmm.
the only thing when you have gray hair and you're trying to keep recoloring your hair, you're gonna have to be doing that probably like every 3 to 4 weeks.
Hmm.
So you
True.
probably want to find a natural alternative. Or I know you probably seen Monique
Hmm.
on her Instagram. She actually let her gray hair in, and sometimes she does she wears like a black ponytail. You might see her little gray roots. I guess she's probably tired of graying, coloring her hair on that such a
Yeah,
consistent
yeah, yeah.
basis.
That's so true. That's so true because sometimes you're just like, you know what? Let me just let me let it be. Let me let it be.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, but thank you. Oh, big thank you, little XOXO. You're so cute. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we had a question from this on YouTube. Oladunjoye
All
Esther.
right. Oh,
All
she's
right.
Nigerian.
Yeah, yeah, she's
Yeah.
Nigerian. So I always love when I get my sisters and brothers pop up on here because it's Yoruba, so I can speak. If it's
Yeah,
another tribe,
they think my husband is Yoruba.
oh really?
Yeah, they think he's at Yoruba.
Yeah, so she had a question. Esther had a question. I said, afternoon to you, ma'am. Okay. I learned that glycerin dries hair out, especially during the winter. How true is this? Because my hair type is 4C. One of my shampoo and conditioner ingredients contain glycerin. Mm.
Well, I think that's why some of this stuff, as long as you're looking at the pH, you may want to look at the pH on that product itself, because there are a lot of people. Sometimes when you're trying to create your own product, you might not properly balance out the glycerin where it's doing this properly. And I have heard some people say that, but I believe if you may want to try it out on your hair first before you say just because it has glycerin in it, then oh, it's bad. I think that's probably if you're trying to make your own products. Many of those products that's out on the market, especially if they have a lot of chemicals in it, they have been tested in the lab, and those formulas are proven. So in most cases, that should not necessarily dry out your hair unless it's just subpar product.
Yeah. And then another thing that I will say is with the glycerin being in the product, like when products are the ingredients is up on the list, that
Yeah,
means there's more of it. Versus if it's lower, then
yeah,
there's less of it. So how much glycerin is really in there?
yes, yeah.
So
It
that,
might not be
yeah,
that much. Just
yeah,
like for some of those, I know like some people are buying argan oil, And
Mm-hmm. Oh,
CBD, I sell CBD as well, and I worked with a lady that had her own farm. She said a
yeah,
lot of these companies, their product may have less than 1% or 2% CBD. So
yeah,
you never know how much they're putting in there. So that little drop, girl, that might not be doing nothing. Okay, it's not
exactly,
gonna hurt you.
exactly.
Probably might not
Yeah, that is a very good point. You guys, she knows what she's saying.
hurt you.
That might be that might just be it. And says, I used to have really full hair, head of hair, and now it's thinning so much I'm bald at my temple. I heard coffee scrub and rinses help. What do you think
Well,
about
generally,
coffee?
sometimes this I know when it starts to thinning. She said it's thinning so much and bald
Yeah,
at my temple. Now, have you been wearing traction alopecia type of hairstyles that promote traction alopecia, or are you dealing with any type of hormonal issues? So generally, when they're having it at their temples, that's a sign. In most cases, it has to do with traction alopecia. So, I
yeah,
mean, I'm not sure about coffee. I know it is a great antioxidant. You probably do need to go to a dermatologist or a trichologist to see what some of the cause is, for them to kind of give you a diagnostic or a screening on what's going on, what was the cause. That's the main thing,
mhm,
finding out the cause of the hair loss, and then
yeah,
trying to find ways to rebuild it up. Say, like if it's DHT caused androgenetic alopecia, which it sounds like if it's on the temple, most people are dealing with some type of traction from a chemical. So
yeah.
that person probably just need to avoid any of those tight, excessively tight hairstyles, and then resort to using a great hair growth oil and just making sure they're taking care of their scalp on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, yeah, that is so true. That is true. So Mary Fadairo says, I shall Mary spelled my name with H. Okay, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. So thank thank you for doing this live. My 10-year-old daughter has extremely dry scalp, which it's flaky and itchy. We spent a lot of time removing the scabs. What can I do to help a condition? Oh, that age, that 10-year
Yeah.
old age, when they're when they're kind of getting to the verge of puberty and entering
Yeah.
puberty, their scalp does weird stuff and their hair.
Yeah.
So, huh?
I believe that she's right on that. It could be some type of
Yeah,
hormonal thing going on.
yeah,
But again, I always go back to the diet. I'm really big
yes.
on that. Making sure that she's eating a healthy. A lot of kids nowadays are Chick-fil-A babies and McDonald babies. You people need to
Yeah.
stop feeding their kids these type of food and expecting that's going to be a different result. So you
Mm,
have to make sure that you provide a nutritious, well-balanced diet for your children. And as far as the scabs, I do not approve of that. I see a lot of people
yeah.
on YouTube doing that. It actually can scar the child's scalp. So you need
Mm,
to find out if this is because the braids are too. Sometimes if the girl has extensions in her hair and it's too tight, it can cause scabs. I've seen that as a hairstylist.
mm.
Make sure that they are not doing any type of excessive scabs, and you need to watch the product. Sometimes if you have a product, if it has a lot of non-natural ingredients, especially such as petrolatum
Oh,
and other
yeah.
things like that, that could be causing more of the issues to be exacerbated. So we want to make sure that you're using clean oils on the scalp.
Yeah. Wow. I hope you guys are learning a lot because I am learning so much. I'm learning so much. And, I have kids around, I have a 12-year-old and she has those kind of issues. So we're going to take a short break now. I'm going to reintroduce DMV Weave Doctor and I'm going to introduce her. I'm going to go on and we will be showing more of our page. So we were talking about things that she has on her page. The link is there. The link tree link is on in the comment area. And I'm also going to go now and I'm going to pin it on the screen. So let's do that. Let's do that now. So I'm going to pin it on the screen right over there. So you guys can go to that link. You can book your appointment. See, right over there. You can book a call now. You can also check out the products that she has. And then she also has medically certified hair loss, holistic health practitioner services. And if you want to be a new client of ours, you can book your appointment. So this is where you click on the new client consultation form for new hair weaving, extension, wigs, and this is for alopecia clients. So if you're someone that you are suffering with alopecia, right now in the comment area, I want you to put down alopecia. Just write the word alopecia. So I want to see if there are people that are suffering from any form of alopecia. I want you guys to write down alopecia. So yeah, so let's continue with asking our question. Thank you so much for just allowing us to showcase your service. Thank you for coming onto our page. I'm broadcasting you on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which right now we just crossed over, well, we crossed over 190,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, guys. And then on Facebook, this past week, we crossed over 203,000. So you have the potential of seeing her. Please, you guys, check out our services, ask her questions. And yeah, so that's the link for you guys to see down there. You see that link down there? Go to that link, and also you can ask her any questions that you have. So we're going to move on to the next question that we have, and this is from Folashade Sholola. So Folashade says she gets breakage in the crown area and it's very dry. What do you think causes that, where breakage kind of segregates itself to one area of the hair? What usually causes that?
A lot of people can say that's dealing with the CCCA or some type of stress. Some type of stress involved. There are stress-induced forms of alopecia, and the dryness could be associated that she could be having some issues possibly with the thyroid. So she might want to get her hormone checked out, and also to see if she's dealing with any type of fatigue to get that fixed, and her adrenals.
Wow. I didn't know that. Whenever people get breakage in the crown area, I always think that maybe the way they style their hair.
Oh, the style the hair. It could be. There is a form. I know a lot of people, their stress point is in the middle of their head. Yes.
Wow. This is nice to know. Okay, so we're gonna have we have a question from Victoria again, and she says, what product is best for dry? Okay, I think she has that. So she's a woman older than 50 years old. I think we've already answered that question, so I'm gonna move on. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Just subscribe to your channel.
Oh, that was nice. Oh,
thank you, Catherine. Oh, Catherine is such a wonderful person. Thank you. You guys go subscribe to our channel, because I know about styling here. I can tell you, I know DIY, but she knows scalp. So you guys go subscribe to our channel and ask her questions. And because as we get older, we will always, there are times that we'll have hair loss as we get older. Yeah. So it's very good to have this lady in your pocket. So you guys do check her out, and please subscribe to our channel and let her know that I sent you. Yeah. Okay. So Blessed Assurance says she has dry. Okay, we've talked about dry scalp issues. Okay, so she says dry scalp issues, should oil be applied directly to the scalp, or should you use pomade? And then she's wondering what shampoo should you use, and if there's anything that you can overdo to cause, what can you do on your scalp to cause dry hair? I think that's what she's trying to say.
I think it generally, definitely, I would not suggest using pomade.
Yeah.
But generally, pomade is supposed to be for your edges.
Yeah.
But as far as oil, she probably may want to use some type of oil, maybe like coconut oil or olive oil or something very natural based product. Yeah. And then also you're saying anything that can overdo to cause dry scalp. I like always, like I said, it always goes back to the diet. And it could sometimes if she's not shampooing her hair properly, or there's just getting a lot of product buildup. And then it can appear to be product. It could appear to be dry scalp, and really it's just excess sebum. So the scalp is just not getting cleansed properly. So that's true. Enforcing the clean, healthy hair care practices.
Yeah. So that's, you guys, we have to keep our scalp healthy and everything healthy and in check. So let's see. Little says, how many weeks? So people are always wondering, they always ask me that question. How many weeks do you keep braids in? How many weeks do you keep braids in? When people do braids, how many weeks do you think they should keep the braids in?
I would say no more than probably 6 to maybe 8, maybe 10 weeks at max. I think
Yeah.
after 2 months, it's kind of, it's too much weight on the hair and it's too much
Mhm.
synthetic hair being used. So I
Yeah.
kind of, because a lot of times the synthetic hair is adding excessive pressure on the actual hair follicles. So that's
Yeah.
what you have to be mindful of. And you need to just, cleanse your scalp properly because you can't fully,
Mhm.
it's very hard, people that, like the lady said earlier, she's trying to use sea breeze, they trying to do all this
Yeah.
baking soda. Ultimately, you need to take the hair down, just like with the weave and extensions. You need to take the hair down probably at least after 2 months, no
Mhm.
more than probably 2.5 months.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. We have other questions about dry hair. You've already answered that. And I know I said 30 minutes. I'm gonna because I don't want to overstress you. You-
Oh,
So
I'm good. I'm having fun.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So we had a question from Dorita. Dorita is one of the people. She has stuck with us for so long. Thank you, girl, for keep on coming in. And she says, is there a trick to keeping gray, wiry hair soft and moisturized? I need to know the answer of this because I saw two gray come in.
You're so funny.
Uh,
Well, I
so
think that gray hair naturally is a more coarser hair grade to begin with. So that is a trick. They do have a lot of different, I would say, any type of moisturizing shampoos. Make sure that also that you're using probably the different gray shampoos. You're treating your hair properly. Also, you're using non-sulfate shampoos. And so making sure that you're moisturizing your hair probably every 2 to 3 days. And then using, I kind of like that. I think they had that lock system where they may be using some type of leave-in oil and then
yeah.
conditioner or cream conditioner. So doing
Mm-hmm.
those types of things, making sure that you're moisturizing your hair on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. So Sable is another one of our super fans. So
Yeah.
Sable says, does scarring alopecia spread? So she believes that she has misdiagnosis, and she says, I think I'm starting to get some hair grout back, or maybe grow. I don't know
Hair growth. Right.
what causes scarring alopecia, and how is a biopsy good when is listed several.
I know, right? So it's kind of jumbled. I think
Yeah.
with the scarring alopecia spread, I think well in some cases it can actually spread, especially with the areata. There's different forms of alopecia. Certain forms of alopecia can
Mm-hmm.
spread because it is autoimmune induced. So you're dealing with inflammation of the hair follicles. That's why
Yeah.
when you have any type of inflammation in the scalp, it needs to be addressed immediately. So it
Yeah.
can. The only thing is that I've heard, I feel like the scarring is just kind of like I think in the medical world, we have to find out if you're going to follow the medical way of thinking or the holistic way of thinking.
Yeah.
And that's like in the medical world, they said, okay, you got diabetes, you take this insulin forever. Well, they
Mm-hmm.
have people, they change their diet, do all these great things, and then they don't have
Yeah.
to ever take it. I have
Yeah.
clients who have went to the dermatologist and then they found that's diagnosed them with scarring. But when they went to a practitioner such as myself, they realized that their hair was actually able to grow in, and other different types of holistic practitioners. So, I would say do not give up on your hair, because I mean, what do you have to lose at that point? You don't want.
True.
I mean, you already lost your hair, so let's
True.
try to stop losing as much hair as possible. Don't. Just because somebody say, "Oh, nothing I can do." The thing is that when somebody tells you that, that means it's nothing that they can do.
They can do.
And I
Yeah.
find that all of the and many dermatologists, I find, even though I love everybody, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess they're one of my enemies. Not my enemies,
Yeah.
but I'm just I come from a holistic background, and I always, I even don't even use medications myself.
Yeah.
So everything that I try to gear towards being holistic. So a lot of the dermatologists, they're giving a lot of steroids, and if you have an infection, that could be needed. Like some of the other girls talking about, they got all these scabs in their head. and things
Mm-hmm.
like that, you might want to go to a dermatologist and maybe take for a short amount of time, and then look to rebuild your gut bacteria
Yeah.
after going, because it can hinder your immune system after you take all these antibiotics. So,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, they mainly prescribe that, and sometimes they give you the PRP platelet treatments with the
Mm.
scalp injections. And for some people, to be honest, I've probably seen less than 10 or 15% of people who've actually who've had results with that. So, in most cases, I find a lot of women, for their hair to grow back, it seems like they tried some type of holistic remedy.
Mm.
You know, especially if the dermatologist was not able to help them within, 3 months or 4 months. They didn't
Yeah.
new hairs.
Yeah. So you guys, I mean, she was wondering if you do, yeah, she does virtual exams. So you book her and then she'll decide which one you want to do. So make sure you get that checked up and contact her after this.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to move on to Angie. Angie says, what can a person do if they're seeing gray hair in their 20s and they eat healthy? Mm,
That's funny that you say that, because
genetics.
it can be genetics, but
Yeah.
actually, because I do study mineral balance and science, they
Mm-hmm.
actually have, have said that the people that are having grays can have to do with a lack of energy. Their
Oh,
energy level is slowing down in the body. And there are
oh,
some beliefs that certain supplementation and things can help the reversal of the gray hair, and to, kind of speed up their energy level so that it's,
yeah.
going down with it, getting all this gray hair. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is I never knew that. But it kind
Yeah.
of makes sense because if the way you're saying it, I'm kind of putting two and two together that well, when you're graying and getting older, everything
Yeah.
is slowing
Going
down.
down. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, wow. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so Brandy was saying, okay, Brandy's daughter is only 2. Should she get an allergy test for her? That's the daughter
Yeah,
that, the one with the scalp getting dry and all this stuff. I
she
think
might want to get an allergy test or some type of a good gut test. There are
gut
different
test.
tests, and
Yeah.
we're about to start offering those tests as well, because our the people that we're with our mineral balancing group, we've actually
Yeah.
are now affiliated with the microbiologist labs, and they're able to test the gut. So that's good
Okay.
to get the gut tested. And also,
Okay.
if you want, you can just go on an anti-inflammatory diet. Most
Oh
people
yeah.
are allergic to, sometimes it can have to do with dust mites. It can have
Mm-hmm.
to do with like the dairy, the eggs, the soy,
Mm-hmm.
peanuts. Remove all of those things and process foods from the diet. And you can do your own diet elimination if you're, if you have the means to go get the testing, that's good. But if you might just want to eliminate all these different type of toxins and foods that can attribute to inflammation, then that's another way that you can do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, this is a question that we get a lot. If sulfate shampoo is bad for the hair or if there's a proper way to use it.
Well, I think sulfate shampoo, that's the only thing about YouTube. Sometimes I do believe that sometimes ignorance can be a little bit bliss.
Mm,
'Cause sometimes we just learning too much. We watch one or two little videos, and now we say all things are bad, all this is bad. I would say just make sure to check the pH of that shampoo.
mm,
And a lot of times you have to see how that shampoo is working with your head. There are
mm-hmm,
some sulfate Now, me personally, I don't necessarily use them like that, but there are some individuals they might like that. Like if you have if you just got braids done on your head, and I'm not just, but if you got them done and it's been like 3 months, you're
mm-hmm.
gonna need something to uplift all that severe buildup. A lot of people are having a lot of buildup, a lot of clunks, cakiness.
Yeah,
You see people, all those flakes and things just fluffing up out their scalp, just dandruff, just excessive. You
yeah,
might need to use a non-sulfate shampoo for one shampoo just to get all
mm-hmm,
of that build up. I
yeah,
guess you can do vinegar or baking soda, but that's those have a drying those can give you some dryness as well, but it
mm-hmm,
is a more natural way. So I guess in that answer, you have to do what works best for your hair, and just and if you're having a severe buildup, then sometimes you do have to resort to a sulfate shampoo.
yeah. That's true. That's so true. Okay, so I put the link again on the screen, and we have a question from Tassine Brown. Tassine, hopefully I'm saying your name right. And she says she uses castor oil on her hair for
Hmm.
about 2 years now ago, and the middle of her hair started itching terribly. The area is now going bald. Wow. What
Wow.
what to do? What kind of castor oil were you using?
Uh-huh. Now, see,
'Cause-
I think that may or may not be contributing to the castor
No,
oil
I
because
don't think
castor oil
so.
is supposed to grow your hair. That
Yeah.
those sound like symptoms of CCCA. A lot of women
Mm.
they start to feel this itchiness in their scalp, terrible itchiness. At one point, I had a little itchiness years ago, but after I started, so that's it was from inflammation. But
Mm.
I started to take flaxseed oil and omega 3 fish oil, and the itchiness went away. And then I found out later on that those oils help to lower inflammation in the body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that is a form of CCCA, some type of she's having some type of inflammatory response going on with her hair follicles, and she probably needs to lower the inflammation
Yeah, so the flaxseed oil, is it were you taking it topically or internally?
internally.
Internally,
Internally.
yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Keep it calm and nutritious says, is there any way to thicken fine hair?
I know, right? She like me, girl, because
Yeah,
what they be calling it the good hair and all this crazy stuff. Sometimes
yeah,
it ain't that good when you got that fine hair.
yeah.
I naturally have a fine curly hair. It's a curly coily hair, and baby, if I put any type of oil on that hair too much, honey, I'm gonna look like a wet dog. Okay, I don't think it really just has to do with your genetics.
Yeah.
There are shampoos, however, and different products that coat the hair follicles. I mean the
Mm-hmm.
hair shaft, so it makes
Yeah,
your hair look thicker, but really it's not thicker. I would say
yeah,
definitely they have different voluminous type of shampoos out there. You may want to look into that, and
yeah,
you definitely don't want to use a lot of oil. Okay,
yeah,
I know that personally. I have fine hair, and I just can't do it. It
yeah.
I will look. Oh Lord, yes, honey.
Okay. So Brandy had another question. She said, what do you think about alcohol within hair products? There are a lot of products that say it's natural and safe. You Google it and it's actually alcohol. Well, there are different kind of alcohols out there.
Aha,
So,
yes,
yeah.
there are a lot of different alcohols, and that's why it just depends. Either you want to be a natural lady or you want to
Yeah,
be a lady for the chemicals. There are a lot
that's
of
it.
different chemicals that have been, they have been formulated in the lab so that
Hmm.
they're able to add different, I guess, viscosity and different things to the product and make the product have these different type of textures to it by
Yeah,
using those types of alcohols. But if you're somebody you feel like I want to be a more holistic person, I don't want to be putting any toxic things in my body, then I
hmm,
would say, then hey, make up your own conditioner or purchase something from somebody that has
yeah.
the least amount of toxins as possible.
Yeah, I mean, there are different, so many products out there. So you
Yeah,
just have to see what you can tolerate, what your scalp can tolerate, and what your
yeah.
pocketbook can
Hey,
tolerate. So, we have just about 7 more minutes, then it's going to
uh,
be 1 hour because, I told you guys at the beginning of this live chat that my kids have been eating mommy's cooking and they're like, we're
oh,
tired. So I'm gonna take the girls out. So
hey,
we'll see
hey.
what we can scavenge out there. But we're gonna go to Sisetu says I'm 23 years old and been struggling with thin edges since my teen years.
Hmm.
Please help. Hmm.
I think that sometimes can be a double whammy. It could be that she's dealing with some type of hormonal issues or that she's just been using bad hair practices. I actually had a cousin like that.
Mm,
For some reason, her edges, I mean, they would just snap. But I
mm,
think they had to do a lot with some of the styles that she was wearing. So in that case, you may really need to, maybe go to a doctor to find out where your hormone levels are at. If you're dealing with any type of deficiencies, sometimes you could have been dealing with deficiencies since at that age, and now it's probably gotten worse. So you probably want to find out. It could be an internal issue, and if you're using any type of heavy, styles that promote hair loss, then you need to, stop doing that.
yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a little break again. We're going to get to the last part of our guest page. And once again, this is a page, and you guys can use the link to book an appointment right over there. You see, I'm flashing it on the screen. Okay. So you guys, you can book your appointment. She also has a YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, and she can create a custom unit form for you. So if you're suffering from alopecia, hair loss, and you need someone to customize, it for you. And also you can go to the hair loss website, and you can also purchase products. So someone had a question about the product. So we're going to go to, let me go to the product website over here and bring it up. So we had a question from someone, and she wanted to know more information, like what to get, what to use, and things of that sort. So these are all the weave and the that you can get on a page. And then she also has you want me to go to the shop area, right?
If you also are YouTube.
Okay. So if I go to the shop area, you guys can see all the different units that she has, and you can purchase what you want from there. So in terms of the hair products, you can go to the trichologist services area also. So she shows all our services that she has offered. So many services out there. And in terms of hair products, so which the beauty supplies,
You
so
can do
you have
this under the trichology and
the
nutritional
trichology.
services.
Yeah. So you have that over
Oh, yes,
there.
yes.
Exactly. So you have that information over there for all the products, all the different services that she offers. So you all have to check it out. And if you have any questions, you can always contact us. So whenever you come to people's websites like this, you can always come down here and click contact us right over here. So you can contact her, you can create your own account. So many things. We don't even have enough time to go through it. This is a great website for you to go, and you've talked to her. You've seen how eloquently she answers questions. So please do patronize our services, and let's round this up and finish off with some more questions. So yeah. Okay, so a couple of, and thank you. That question was from Fola Shade Sholola, says that can you help us on the website? And girl, I hope I did. Okay, so we're gonna end up and we're gonna finish off. And I see a couple of people mentioning that they have alopecia. So we've already talked to Sable. Sable, please book an appointment with her. Talk to her. She's a wonderful lady. Yep, I'll say wonderful young lady because we don't crack. So so we are going to round off, and if we have questions that were not answered and you would like them to be answered, just drop your questions and I'll get it to her some
Yeah.
way or some other way. You guys can contact her. So let me see the last question we're gonna pick up today. There are some more questions that people were asking that I have a video on the channel. So if I didn't answer your question, don't worry, I'll come back and answer it later on. Okay, so we had a question from here. Okay, from Octavia. So Octavia says that she's on dialysis and her scalp is very dry. So when someone is on dialysis and on medication and on, health issues due to, kidney, all that stuff, what can you say about that?
I would say definitely make sure that you try to eat a good diet, the most nutritious diet, and probably just resort to using natural things such as probably coconut oil or olive oil on the scalp. That's very, that's not really, those are kind of good oils that are pretty safe.
Yeah. So yeah, so that is it, you guys. I want to say a big thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much for coming, for just allowing us. You could have been spending time with your family, but you just came here to help us out. I really truly appreciate you for
Well, thank
everything.
you. I'm glad that you had me here today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, guys, thank you. I'm gonna send her away so that she can just have a nice time. Bye. Okay, guys. So you guys, I hope you guys just go over and click on the link. The link, I'm gonna pin it up on the page, and you all, I put in the comment area. Thank you so much. You guys were wonderful. If we didn't get your questions, don't worry. I'm sure she's gonna be browsing through the questions and answering your questions. And if I have answers, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. And you all, I just appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys because you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. And guess what? So I'll see you guys again. If you guys want to come on live again, you can check out our Amazon page. I'll be dropping the winners from the live stream. So I'm going to drop in the winners from last week's live stream, and that was with the Natural Club. I'll drop 3 winners on our community page before the end of the day. So you still have up until, let's say, I go to bed at 9:30. So before 9:30 Central Time today, enter in to the giveaway. And in case you guys were like, oh, what's the giveaway? What's the giveaway? Okay, let me show you what the giveaway was. Let me show you what the giveaway was. So let me go bring up the screen. I think I posted it. Yeah. So I'm going to bring up the screen in case you haven't entered into the giveaway. So this is the giveaway. Let me just come here. So if you go to the community page on the YouTube channel, so you go to YouTube community page, right there, right here. So this is the giveaway page. So all you want to do is you want to just click on it. Okay. When you click on this, right here, I have the link. So there's a link, and what you do is that you go here, you click on this link. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to our Amazon page, which is Amazon. Let me put it up on the screen for you guys to see. Oh, why is it doing that? Amazon is going to go to that. What? Okay. my screen is like, I don't want to go to that page. Okay, there we go. There we go, baby. So it's going to go to the Amazon page. And what I will need you to do is you need to just click on follow right over here. Once you click on follow, you send me the screenshot of this. Send it to me on Instagram or send it to me on Facebook. And by doing that, you've been entered. And what I'm doing right now is I have a list right now of people, a whole bunch of people, over 100 people have entered. Don't worry, you can still win. So I'm putting all the names down, then I'm going to use a randomizer, which will pick 3 winners from it. And this is our Amazon page. Lots of information on the Amazon page. And I always go live every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Central Time. So if you enjoy live stream, my live stream are usually between 50 to 1 hour or even less sometimes. So these are all the live streams that I've done. So many live streams and stuff. So I hope that helps you out. Please enter the giveaway. I don't want you to miss out on it. Thank you so much for joining us today. And guess what? I will see you in the next live. Take care and stay blessed. Okay, bye everybody. Bye. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.